Ever since that night, Kyoko won't say a word to me.
Well, howdy YouTube family. It is Bolt CRNA coming to you again with another day's topic. So today is actually a vlog style. In fact, this whole week, I'm gonna try and release videos, maybe Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That's a vlog style because I am in LA, in San Diego, and Paso Robles, and I'm just traveling around having fun this week. And so I am gonna talk about some anesthesia topics and some kind of more candid stuff, but I kind of wanted to give some of you guys who are wanting those more vlog style videos, give you a little more of that vlog style. This is gonna be more candid. I'm gonna maybe eat a bunch of junk food and talk about the worst times in nursing for me, things like that this week. Today we're actually going for a jog or a hike or whatever in Runyon Canyon, and we're gonna talk about when you should be applying for jobs as an SRNA or a nurse anesthesia resident, when it's time to start preparing for job applications. When's the best time to do that? Let's get into it. So I'm actually walking on Mulholland Drive because I'm staying up in the hills, in the Hollywood Hills. So nice houses out here, but I'm walking on Mulholland Drive because Runyon Canyon's over here. So that trail entrance, that's where we're gonna hike. The good thing about being an influencer or a vlogger in LA is everyone else is too. So nobody thinks you're weird when you're walking around talking to yourself with your camera out. Everyone else is doing the same thing. All right, so we're up here and we want to take the scenic route. Let's see how long this trail is. On to jobs. So a big portion of you guys who are applying to CRNA school or in CRNA school, one of your main focuses is getting a job when you get out and making the money that you're hoping to make as a CRNA. There's nothing wrong with that. So it's what I did when I was in school. I researched up jobs and I looked at job listings the entire time. That was a major motivation for me. But then you wonder, when should you actually apply? When is it like acceptable to say, hey, I'm interested in knowing more information about this position? That is probably closer to about 6 to 9 months before graduation date. I would say most students will start applying or entertaining the idea of taking a job about, let me slow down a minute, about a year before you graduate. A year is a little too early, I'd say. 9 months, a little more acceptable, because you have to realize these groups who are gonna take you on, they're anticipating needs and they're probably wanting you soon, and they already know they're not gonna get you for like 9 months or maybe longer. And then once you actually graduate, you actually have to take boards after you graduate, which could be a month later, even longer. If you don't pass boards, you have to retake them. That's even longer. After you pass boards, the hospital may have like a 4 to 6 month credentialing process, which is where the medical review board goes over your information, your packet, and grants you rights to practice medicine at their facility. And so you have to do that as a provider. So when you're looking at applying to a job and you're 9 months to a year to graduating, you have to realize the person who's interviewing you for that job is realizing they're interviewing someone who probably can't do this job for a year and a half. And so it's kind of useless if you apply too early, but I'd say 6 to 8 months is a good plan. Most groups will take you on happily when you're 6 months from graduating. They'll have you sign a contract and they'll try and lock you down because you're actually getting somewhere close to being able to be used by them. But a big part of getting a job out of school is networking. The jobs you find on GasWorks, they're not the good jobs. You don't want jobs that are listed on GasWorks. There's a caveat to that. There are some good jobs listed on GasWorks. 80% of the jobs listed on GasWorks are trash. They're the jobs that no one else in the anesthesia world wanted, so they post them on, they hire a recruiter or an agency to list it on GasWorks to hope some new grad's foolish enough to take it. And most of us do. Look at that. Sorry, my hands are a little bit shaky. You can tell I'm not a surgeon. In gross dissection, when it came time for a little finite nerves and things to be dissected out, they always pick someone else in the group to dissect that. And I was always like the fat adipose tissue guy. Here's the other thing you have to consider. When you're in third year, if the market's anything like what it's been like when I was in school, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, the market is amazing. As a nurse anesthesia resident, you will have people finding you. We had people every Friday coming to class and bringing us free lunch just to give the opportunity to talk about their practice and to try and recruit us in. For probably 6 months, we continually had free meals every week. So that is going to probably be happening for you guys. So you're going to have a lot of people buying for you. They're going to want you. So don't worry about having some kind of job offer. You're going to have plenty of job offers. Now, finding the right job, that's a little trickier. That's a little harder to do. So I'll try and give you a little tips to get to that place. Networking is key. You need to be networking. When you're in the medical field or the anesthesia field specifically, networking is how you find the best jobs. That's when you're going to find the jobs that are not listed online because they would fill up by the time someone's retiring or leaving. Word of mouth spreads in the community, and somebody who's a high quality CRNA who's known and networked gets that position right away. It's not even listed anywhere. That's how usually the best jobs go. So how do you do that as a student? That's harder. As a student, you don't know anybody. So how do you network? How you network is getting involved in your professional associations. Like I lived in Tennessee, so I got involved in the Tennessee Association of Nurse Anesthetists. I also got involved with the American Association of Nurse Anesthetists, volunteered for some committees, and started doing some work that way. Those are ways that you network and connect with people who are business owners. They own practices. They're well established in the anesthesia community. You connect with them. You volunteer to be on committees with them. You try and show that you're a good, person, a good CRNA. They're going to want you to succeed. They're going to offer you positions. All right, side note for just a second. I love passing people out here in LA on trails because they're out here in $300 worth of Lululemon designer workout gear. The dudes have gold earrings in and are blinged out with some glasses on and fashion wear. And they're just out here hiking in their full dress to the nines. Definitely, it's an experience. All right, let's run for a second. All right, jogging over for just a minute. Let me catch my breath and we'll talk. Whew, guys, we just climbed all the way up this. These trails go for a long way. It's a good workout. Pro tip, guys, don't run on Runyon Canyon. You get into it thinking you're gonna do good, and then you realize pretty quick in that you are wearing out and you got miles to hike back, and it's a lot of uphill. So pro tip, just walk it like everybody else around here. Anyway, so on back to the jobs. So you're networking, you're making these connections. Does that mean that you're always gonna get the best job within 10 miles of your home where you live right now or where you're wanting to live? Maybe not, probably not. If you want the best jobs, you're probably gonna have to move and relocate to somewhere that has that offered, because anesthesia jobs, especially good ones that are open at the time, they don't just grow on trees. You have to relocate for it. But if you're determined to stay where you're located, maybe your kids are in a school system there and you just refuse to move them or something, then you can maybe find some decent jobs. And also being connected and networked to those professional organizations, you'll probably know someone in that organization who lives nearby you, and they're probably going to know the better practices to work for. So they'll be able to give you mentorship and advice. So either way, networking is key. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap the vlog up here because I've got an appointment at a Korean bathhouse to get a body scrub. It's called a jjimjilbang. And a buddy of mine who's Korean says that they do them all the time over there. That like the whole family goes to this thing called a jjimjilbang. It's a bathhouse or whatever. And they do all kinds of stuff. They have food there and different hot pools and cold pools and stuff. So I'm gonna go experience it today, and I'm gonna vlog it as much as I can. And so that's gonna be the next video you'll see. So I gotta go, but it was good hanging out with you guys, going on a hike. Hopefully you got a little vibe for LA. This is the Hollywood Hills right here. The Hollywood sign's actually right back over there. You can barely see it. Let's see if I can zoom in. No, it won't let me zoom in. Anyway, that's the Hollywood sign. So anyway, if you have not already done this, hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. I'm posting videos all the time now lately for you guys, so come on back and see what I've got in store for you in the future. And also the mentorship program. If you guys are interested in becoming a CRNA and going down this career path, or maybe you just want some mentorship about nursing in general or something else medically related, hit me up in the mentorships over here on the YouTube channel. There's a tab that you can click. Join the membership. I'll be able to help you guys out and join into the pack of other people who are also seeking out their future goals and stuff together. All right, guys, I will see you soon in the next vlog. That's Bolt out.